Hello and welcome to Varieties of Slice of Life. As always, I am Anthony, and joining me today is the lovely Zach.
Hello.
And Jarrett.
Salutations, Internet.
We are a bi-monthly podcast. If this is your first time joining us, we post on the 1st and 15th of every month, always talking about one specific anime or a broad subject. Today we're going to be talking about Gurren Lagann, the hype fest mecha anime. Should be its official description, but if you have not seen this and you like action or mechs or just good anime, go watch it. It ain't perfect, but it's fucking amazing.
I mean, it's the classic of classics. It's the essentially what can be can be labeled as the most classic anime company of all time, Gainax, and then that's like their most classic of their catalog.
Yeah, it's probably the best well done modern classic. Well, I say modern, I guess like early 2000s classic.
Yeah.
Late 2000s. Well, 2006. Mid 2000s.
Yeah, mid 2000s.
But, oh, is it fucking good. So, we'll start with the opening. I don't actually remember what the name of the opening is.
Sario Days.
Sario Days. It's such a good fucking opening.
I think it perfectly matches the hype of the show. The word hype is going to get overused in this episode, but I don't care because it's accurate for this. Definitely one of the best anime openings I've heard.
Yeah, it's very energetic, very quick. The guitar is very it's like early 2000s action anime kind of guitar is the best way I have of describing that.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few of like openings that do that. Like Bleach has like 3 of them that are like that. But yeah, it's really good. The visuals are like beautiful. You know, you get to see pretty much the entire cast of characters, a bunch of the world. The colors and styles change. Well, not styles don't really change, but the proportions of the characters change throughout the story, and it's really cool looking. Yoko is sexualized beyond belief, unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Oh man, Yoko, you don't have to be 14. I don't know why he made you 14. It's not.
It's not right.
Yoko and Simone are the closest in age, and they couldn't look farther apart.
I know you made Kamina 18. He looks like an 18-year-old. You made Yoko 14. She does not look like a 14-year-old. Yeah, you said you wanted to talk about the actual music video because I've never seen that.
So the official one that is actually put out by the singer, and I forget her name. I looked up all the other names for the characters, but I didn't look up the singer's name. But you can find Sario Days and find it. It is. I don't watch a lot of music videos, but this is probably the worst I have ever seen. Just because it feels so lazy. Like, it's the entire music video is her barely singing, not playing a guitar, but holding a guitar, while she is just assaulted by wind from fans. Just everything is wind is going. There's random flashes, like she's on the photo shoot. It is just she doesn't play the guitar even though she's holding one. She barely sings in it, and it's just it's bad. It's a lot to digest at the same time. Just how lackluster and straight up just boring it is.
Shoko Nakagawa. I think that's her name.
Yeah, the one who really likes Jotaro.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some of those pictures up. Those are some fucking some beauties.
Good, we can get that in early, so in any of the thumbnails, that's going to be one of the selection. It's probably gonna be in all of them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna periodically keep putting up photos of her biting things of Jotaro. So
we'll never expect it.
So for those of you that don't know, for some reason this singer is super obsessed with Jotaro Kujo from Part 3 of JoJo. And it's really funny because I think she met Araki at some point and then dressed up like Jotaro. I might be wrong about that, but I do vaguely remember.
I think she did, because I think didn't Araki draw some art for her as well? Like I think he actually like drew stuff for her.
Let me double fact check this. Yeah, he did actually draw some art for her. Oh god, there's a picture of her just like Jotaro. Oh god, she's even posing too. This is beautiful. Great singer, really good song, really weird but entertaining. So it's all connected. The whole anime world's connected in some way.
Yeah. I mean, like, at least for me with the music video, it's the weirdest juxtaposition and biggest divide. It's like really hype song that's really, really good, really well done, and, you know, very over the top and great. Music video. It's like the most white toast thing I've ever seen, and it's still bad for milquetoast.
Also, just real quick, I didn't know this. She also does a bunch of other characters. Like, she did a really good Jolene and Narancha and Bruno. Giorno too. Jesus Christ, she's done like everybody. All right. Anyways, sorry, getting sidetracked by the main singer, but yeah, no. So the I feel like the opening does really. It both portrays the like vibe of the show and how like cool it is, but at the same time, I also feel like it almost undersells how. I don't know what the good word for it is, like how prideful a lot of the characters are. Because like in the actual anime, there's a lot of like trumpets and horns and like, you know, like that thrilling violin sound of them getting like, oh yeah, no, we can do it. But in like the opening, it's just kind of like almost a generic rock
like
sound
thing. The opening is like hard and like rock, while like when they're in the middle of a battle, it's like sweeping orchestral, like we can do this. I guess they could fit in some ways, but like they're like kind of the mood is a bit different.
Yeah, I mean a perfect example of that is the Roro Fight the Power. I feel like that wouldn't make a good opening, but I feel like that captures the essence of how the show is and like how the soundtrack goes with everything. Also, if you haven't heard Roro Fight the Power, opera and rap come together to make this beautiful child of a song.
I just think of that one like really good like an orchestral one that they played during like the Giga drill break and all that.
Oh, it's so
like,
good.
Like essentially after like every final battle of an arc is like when they play that song.
It's really good. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you were talking about the Giga Drill Breaker, like in the second episode, because second episode is when they officially like pop their heads out of the hole because they fight the giant mech at the end of the first episode, I think. Mm-hmm. But that's playing at like the very ending of part 2, which is like so good. Or it might be the end of part 1, actually. I don't remember if it's... Whenever they get out of the hole, because I know the episode ends right after that. But then it cuts like that. It's like them up in the sky, like flipping. Alright, actually, I do want to talk about that. When they go out of the hole and they're up in the sky, and how they're rotating between like the day and night because the sun is setting on the horizon. And it's like you just see the light like hard reflected on their faces just spinning around them is such a cool shot.
It does look like it's the end of episode 1 where they do get out of the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, this shot is so good. Do you remember who was piloting the giant Beastman mech? Was that what's his face?
The first one?
Yeah.
Feral? Yeah.
Was that him?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Remember, he goes back to Laura Genome, and that's kind of what starts his whole, getting immortality thing.
Side note, Shoko did the punchline opening. It's sick.
Oh, nice. Wait, she did? Oh.
Yeah.
Neat.
So you know how he has like the really big bull mech for the first thing, and then when he comes back, he has like a more standard mech afterwards. Which design do you like better? Because I like the bull one like a hell of a lot more than I like his other one.
I mean, I liked his like super tiny like baby mech. So I felt like it was like a good like thing that he, it's him against the world. So he's got like this tiny like weak mech compared to everybody else's.
God, they have some good characters. Is it episode 2 when he fights Kamina hand to hand, or is that a different scene?
Yes,
it is
no,
episode 2.
Two.
I love his like meat cleaver that he uses, because like nobody ever uses that in shows. They always use like a full sword or some kind of dagger or something. He just uses like a fucking meat cleaver.
Oh no, I don't think it is 2. I think it's 3, because I think 2 is when they get the other mechs.
Oh yeah, when they have the base ambush the mechs and then just scrap
so 3
together some parts.
Yeah, 3 is when he fights Viral for the first time. Also, the second episode is when Kamina realized that his dad died.
Oh god, yeah. That was like such a sad thing that they don't talk about, because he did not make it very far. Like, he maybe made it 100 120 feet before he either got ambushed or just died from some dumb shit. Which is like really sad, because like I imagine like Kamina was visualizing his father this entire time, like, man, I wonder what my dad's doing, blah blah blah, and then just he ain't doing much.
There's also the first episode where we get the full combination for Gurren Lagann.
The actual combination, or when he just jams it? Okay.
Yeah, the actual combination. Because I'm looking at the major events, it's like the actual, Gurren Lagann debut, and it's also Viral's debut.
Is it Warhammer that has that thing where like the orcs believe in something and it works?
Yes, yeah. In Warhammer, the orcs are mushroom people. That their whole thing is that if they believe it hard enough and there's a big enough group of them, it will just be a thing. The best example is their guns do not function, but they still fire and shoot straight, even though they can be literal blocks of wood. But because they think that they're guns and they will shoot straight, they shoot straight.
That's just Kamina's character, is he believes hard enough, therefore he will win. Like, he has no knowledge that those mechs should combine in any way, but they do.
Yeah, it's just like, they shouldn't, but somehow they do. He literally just smashes one mech into the other, and then they are now a bigger one. Like, instead of just being 2 mechs on top of each other, they just become a bigger one mech.
Oh god, I love that so much. It's so dumb, but it's such a good like transformation thing. I also, the fact that the actual like mech itself is substantially bigger than it should be. Like, when they officially combine, they actually grow in size a bit.
Yes.
So love that Kamina just isn't like really good at, like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He just kind of does something, believes that it works, and it just always does.
Yeah, that's pretty much how he got like the following he did, is he's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm believing in myself, why aren't you? And then everyone's like, oh shit, you're right. We've talked about this before, but his get up is like the greatest thing ever, because it shows off his character perfectly and how arrogant and like big-headed he is about himself. It shows off the features that I'm assuming he likes. It's very flashy and obnoxious and beautiful. Not enough people cosplay him, damn it. But
they always get the sunglasses wrong.
God, those sunglasses, those are iconic.
But everybody gets the colors wrong. It's like, I think like everybody does it orange, but they're not actually orange. It's just that the sun was sunset in that scene.
Yeah, aren't they just normally like regular sunglasses colored?
I think they're like red.
They're a different color. I just don't remember exactly what.
Yeah, they're red.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. They're red.
But everybody thinks like. Everybody always makes it orange because of the really iconic scene where Kamina looks at the sunset after the hole gets blown open, like when the top of the cave caves in, they see the sun for the first time.
Oh yeah. real quick, so I don't remember. Do they ever actually explain why everyone's underground?
To escape from the beastmen.
Is that really okay? So were the beastmen like aliens, or was it just
Spiral King.
the Spiral King just made beastmen? It's like, hey, I have the surface now.
Well, you remember the whole reason why he put them under the surface, right?
No.
The whole like, grand scheme with the spiral, because he was basically a traitor for the anti-spirals. That's why, to prevent the whole spiral nemesis. That's why he put people underground so that there wouldn't be enough people to generate enough belief in the whole spiral energy stuff, and they could evolve and continue the spiral energy until it became actually a thing. So
he was playing the long game, essentially.
Yeah, that's why he kept the population low and put everyone underground so that he could kind of control that.
Huh. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, I forgot about that because that's the whole thing was it like the anti-spiral finally show up after they have after that one woman gives birth because they finally reached the threshold.
Yeah.
God, anti-spirals are a weird villain because it's like they get mentioned and introduced but not actually seen until like right at the end.
Yeah.
And it's because I mean, yes, it is the perfect. I say perfect. It's not honestly the perfect villain, but it's a good villain for the ending of it. But I do wish that there was more
build.
Yeah, because they just in my heart, I feel like they came out of nowhere. But the Spiral King was like the perfect build up because you heard about him, you started learning about him, you started seeing him more. Then the final fight.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the anti-spiral just does. Yeah, I don't want to say it comes out of nowhere, but it's like we learn with the rest of the characters very quickly that it's just like, oh, okay, well these guys are definitely a problem. We need to deal with them. Now
Right.
where it's like the Spiral King, where it's like, all right, we know what he is. We just need to find him. They're like, oh, Spiral Nemesis, or not Spiral, the anti-spiral. Oh, what's that? Oh, hey, we got to fight the anti-spiral.
Nemesis sounds fucking sick though.
That's what the anti-spiral is afraid of.
Oh.
Is the Spiral Nemesis, because if enough spiral beings, which are basically like humans and whatnot, everything that can believe in the spiral and evolution, and because I guess the spiral is supposed to be a representation of limitless power, and the anti-spiral is afraid of having limitless power. That's why they kind of disconnect themselves from their spiral, and that's why they look the way they do, to try and prevent the whole spiral nemesis, which is just basically an uncontrollable just font of power or something like that.
Huh. So I love the anti-spiral designs just because they're very unique for anything I've ever seen. Actually, I've never seen characters that are just drawn in like a weird, creepy, two-dimensional blob, essentially.
Yeah. I'd still have crazy powers like being able to turn a pig into a boy.
Yeah, that was weird. I have not watched Gurren Lagann in quite a while, but I remember that being weird, and I remember all of their like weird vision things that they had on the ship. It was really weird.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Yoko was like a teacher, and like I don't remember anything else other than
That wasn't a vision. That actually happened.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like her vision had something to do with school as well.
Ah.
God, Yoko's fucking costume in the end scene. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's break down some characters, I guess. Aside from Kamina, yeah, because we've gushed about him enough.
Pushing him to the side.
Yoko is a really cool character in my opinion. In the English dub, she's voiced by the same girl that does Rukia, which I thought was really cool. I just like her voice actress a lot. But she's unnecessarily underaged, and I'm not saying that because it's like, oh, she's hot. But no, it's like she just doesn't look the age that she is at all. And it's just very unnecessary that the creator made her that age. Like, he could have just wrote 18 or 16 or whatever the hell he wanted to, but he chose that for some reason. Really weird. What, she then becomes like a school teacher, and I love the, because she was like a school teacher on like an island, right?
Yeah.
I love when she's like leaving the island. She has like a scooter, like a jet scooter. She's flying off, and all the kids like, "Whoa, that's my teacher." It's like, yes, yes, it is. I'm really not a huge fan of that time skip, honestly speaking. That's like my one gripe with Gurren Lagann.
Oh, of the time skip?
Yeah, to like it. I mean, because like the last half of the time skip stuff is good because it's, you know, back to the roots of them fighting and shit. But it's like, I don't care about politics. I don't care about, you know, fucking government shit. I really don't.
Why we let that one asshole like be one of the top brass though? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the guy voiced by Zuko. I don't.
The fucking little kid, like the kid that they save from the one base and then just becomes an asshole.
Yeah, I don't know why they put him in charge. Then you got the
It's
two.
like, oh god, I hate him so much. He almost gets Simo. Like he tries to get Simo and fired. Like that dude saved the entire world, and you want to get this guy like excommunicated. Like, what's wrong with you?
I know. You should be fucking indebted to this guy. Like, and then I do kind of like how the twins became cops and they got like new mechs built instead of the Beastmen kind of things, because they look like traditional, you know, like giant mechs. And I thought that was kind of cool. I'm glad that the show wasn't overrun with that. I'm glad it was just like 2 characters had that and that was it. Because I'd be really fucking pissed if like everyone got a remodel, because like you just don't need that. Yeah, so then we got the main character Simone. Beautiful character design.
I like how you didn't even start with the main character.
You know, I'd start with Kamina, but so Simone has some really good design. I mean, his whole thing is it's kind of semi based off of Kamina's design with like the open chest and like jacket over his shoulders a lot of the time. And then he has his like digging goggles that he always wears. I love that. Not enough characters have goggles in anything. So
Digimon? Sorry. They literally, like, every main protagonist in Digimon has goggles.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't watch Digimon.
Like,
so.
1 through 4, all the main protagonists have well, I say main protagonists, they're always groups, but like the equivalent of like the Red Ranger and Power Rangers. That person always has goggles.
It's like the Ahoge and Danganronpa, where the main character always has one.
Yeah. Yeah, in Digimon, like seasons 1 through 4, all the main characters or all the like top people have, you know, goggles.
Huh.
Literally from 1 to 2, the goggles from the first person gets passed down to the person in the second.
Nice. Is that all that gets passed down, or is there more?
As far as items, yeah, that's the only thing, because like literally like in the first episode of the second season, the kid Davis breaks his, and then Tai is just like, yeah, no, here's mine. I'm not gonna need them anymore since I'm in high school and you're doing this whole Digidestin thing.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It's nice. I like season 2, but
and then time skip Simone is actually pretty decently made. He's a lot more confident and it looks really nice. Like his character just looks a lot nicer. Because like time skip Yoko doesn't change at all.
she gets a jacket.
Well, I mean, her outfit changes. She physically does not change.
Oh, no.
She gets fucking the whole new outfit. Like, dear God. I thought the first one was bad.
The Galaxy Wars one? Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got like the, you know, kind of side crew guys where you got the flamboyant mechanic.
The black siblings.
Yeah, I guess they were black. I don't know. That art style's kind of difficult to tell, I suppose. They could just be tan. I don't know. Am I remembering this wrong?
No, the actual people whose last name is Black.
Oh, I'm like...
The like 3 sisters and the one dude who also likes
those...
Yoko.
Okay, those 4. I thought you were talking about the twins. I'm like, I just thought they were really tan. I didn't think...
No. Wow. Like, literally their character names is like the black siblings.
God, I forgot about that. Did they ride like hogs and some shit the first time we saw them?
They wrote
They wrote
crazy.
something. I remember.
Hold on, I just had the episode thing pulled up.
I'm pretty sure it was hogs because I remember his was like a. Oh no, I might actually be remembering Bleach. I know they were riding something, but it might not be hogs. There's a character in Bleach that rides a hog, and he like hates it because it's really stubborn.
Let's see, that's episode 4.
Fucking yeah, but yeah, black siblings are great. Well, like their designs are pretty interesting, but they don't ever get used for anything. Like they're surprisingly background characters. Like even though they look like they could be more like forward with it all.
Let's see. One gives birth to the baby that basically spells our doom. One of them is in a relationship with the guy who we all hate in the time skip, and then the other one
Is dead.
I think is also married to someone else. Is one of the other people in the main crew, but
The flamboyant mechanic? Question mark.
no.
Oh,
Because let's see, the blonde one is the one that has the baby. The one with the brown hair is the one who ends up with the guy that we don't like. The purple hair one, I don't remember. I think the purple hair one is also just a mom. Or no, she's living with the one who has the kid, not doing much.
yeah. It's kind of weird how they just more or less drop most of the main. I mean, they still have the main characters, like the side characters and all that stuff after that season, but it's more focused on like.
It makes sense considering that, you know, they literally dropped a lot of the whole Beastmen mechs things, and all of them would use Beast mechs. So
Yeah.
I mean, others, you know, got older, had a family, like the 2 mechanics, where they had like 3 kids, and I'm remembering his death, and man, that's heart wrenching now.
Yeah, it is. Gurren Lagann has some really sad deaths, which is really good because it's really not that long of an anime.
27 episodes.
Yeah, and fucking one of the main characters dies in episode 7.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. I don't think another anime could do that, where they have a main character and like somebody so important to the plot die so early, yet be so memorable. I mean, JoJo does it because like Baron Zeppeli is only in for like 3.5 episodes. What's the name of the Spiral King's daughter?
Nina?
Yeah,
Nia?
I'll say Nia. I love like most things about it. Like her design is really well done. I love how her hair is. Not a huge fan of when it gets cut short because I just feel like it looked cooler when it was like long and unruly. And then like the fucking end scene when they get married is like the saddest thing in the goddamn world.
Oh.
Just her fading away in that wedding dress. It's just like, oh, my heart. My boy. He was happy.
Oh, God, I found the picture of the wedding. Oh, it's so painful.
It's a good picture.
I love that her hair is almost like clouds. Like, it almost looks like sun, like glowing off of some clouds.
Aren't her eyes like crosses as well?
Yes,
yeah,
they are. They're like pink crosses.
God, she has some really good character design. I mean, Gurren Lagann just has amazing animation to begin with. It's, you know, timeless. But like her character design especially is just really good. Wow, they do just straight up obliterate all anti-spirals. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, she hangs on just long enough. Yeah, because she's... Yeah.
Isn't she part spiral, part anti-spiral or some shit like that? This is me remembering it from...
Yeah, she's she's listed as a spiral and formerly an anti-spiral.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, so oh man, there's also the final scene, I want to talk about like the final arc, I guess, when they're going up. Because like it's, you know, they start out in like the tiny mech, and then they get into the bigger mech, and then they get into like the one that's the moon.
They get into one that's a giant ship that's going to the moon, I believe.
Yeah, but don't they enter the moon then and turn the moon into a giant mech? Because I feel like they do a giant Giga Drill breaker into the center of the moon, and it transforms into a giant fucking ship. Because there's like 8 layers to that mech in the finale, and it's insane, but it's awesome. Okay, so, Jarrett, what would be your favorite and least favorite part about Gurren Lagann overall?
Ooh, favorite and least favorite.
Because my favorite's more or less pretty much the entire first half. My least favorite's probably like the second half, and it's a very broad thing, but like, I love the story of the journey to the Spiral King and, them finally taking him down and all that stuff. And then it's just after that, I felt like they could have ended the story. They would need to like do some rewrites and some changes and stuff, but I don't feel like it needed to keep going beyond that point.
Favorite thing that I do like about is Gurren Lagann is I love the scaling. Like, I know we talked a little bit about this in all the JoJo's where like it was, kind of wide scale than small scale within like part 4. But just I love the escalation from we're literally in a hole to by the end of the show, we're literally clashing galaxies together on such an immense scale. Like, I feel like Trigger because Gynax is what becomes Trigger, right?
Gymax is, yes.
Correct.
I feel like that just like Gynax and Trigger, they have something with proportions and scaling that I think just works. And I think that Gurren Lagann, in the entirety of it, I think shows the best of that scaling from like the character's point of view. Because at the very beginning, we're underground, we're in a tiny hole with a bunch of people. Actually, not even a bunch of people, with people, and then by the end of the episode, we're on the surface. By that, we're then moving around. We're getting to explore more. And just more and more of the episodes, we get more and more of the world revealed. And then by the end of that first half, then it's the entire planet. Everything is like a city now. It's getting industrialized to now we're going to space to fight the anti-spiral. Now we're clashing galaxies together.
They literally took it to the point that you couldn't get any physically bigger.
Yeah. Like, the scaling gets ridiculous, but it works for it, and it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Other thing I don't like...
That one character.
I mean, I don't like him.
I like his backstory quite a bit, where he came from, like,
I like his backstory. I don't like what he becomes in the second half until he, kind of tries and redeems himself.
Why do they always feel that they need to put in a Sasuke in every kind of story like that?
I don't know, it's the 2000s.
I mean, even nowadays they have stuff like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're better than that now, but they always have like the foil rival that's going through the same thing the hero is and all this other stuff, but is an asshole.
Because we need an antagonist that's not an antagonist that we can have constantly with the hero.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, they've done it a lot better nowadays, like Bakugo's a beautiful example of that, yeah, but...
Yeah.
Like, I again, this is not a good example of that. He started out really strong, and, like, I love where he came from and all that.
I mean, Viral is a better example of that, because Viral had a pretty good redemption arc.
Yeah.
Because it literally starts with him trying to kill them, and then he... then he just kind of realizes, like, I was kind of on the bad side of everything. I'm going to try and fix this. Yeah, I'm immortal. Why not?
I mean, it's a lot I don't... I haven't watched Gurren Lagann in a long time, so I really don't remember much. But then, like, Viral's, like, the thing I forget the most. Like, I forget Viral exists. Like, I remember a lot of the side characters. Like, I even remember, like, the buff twins, the three sisters, the little girl that was with the guy that we don't like, but I always forget about Viral.
I mean, his character design compared to everyone else is kind of bland. I think that the only person that's more bland is the guy that we don't like.
He's got big hands.
What's his name? God damn it! We need to stop calling him the guy we don't like.
Hold on, I have the characters pulled up. I'll find them.
But I mean, I guess you can't, be batting at 100%. You gotta have some misses every now and then.
It's just such a bad character, though, because he, like... Simone saved the world. Why is he trying to like
Razio.
Razio.
That's the guy we don't like. It's like Razio or no, there's a U, so it's Razio. Oh, he's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah, Ichigo. Yeah, he
Yeah, I like his beginning, but I don't like what he turns into. I don't like the political like rival to the guy who literally saved the universe. Like, I get it, Simone doesn't do the best of jobs, but
if he would have been religious instead of political, I feel like his character would have worked a bit more because of his origins.
I mean, to be fair though, could you really stay religious with what happened?
Greatest plot twist ever. Yeah, I can't read.
I actually forgot about that. I just remember that he was basically killing people.
Yeah, he was sending people up to the surface because they, couldn't support more than that. God, that whole city is just sad. I mean, I love the lighting in that
the
mini arc.
Sepia kind of. It was like 2 episodes. No, it was an episode, I think.
I think it was 2 episodes because they had the fight too, or it might have been like an episode and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
But like the lighting in those episodes were really dark and dim, lit by like candles and stuff.
Yeah, it was almost black and white, but there was just a bit of like grayish tan that would peek through.
Yeah.
You know, aside from the colors of like the main character, but because like everyone else was in like, I don't know if they were supposed to be grayish or white robes, but they're just clothes, I guess.
I kind of wish we got to see maybe like one more den kind of thing. Because like we got to see the one where they were all like diggers and you know, like they had the sweet blue lights and like the giant archways and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you got to see like the cool religious town full of like candles and like a lot of water. So like I feel like a third one would have been cool to see as well, but I'm glad we got to see at least one more. I can't complain that much. It's also weird to me that they were like, yeah, no, fuck the surface. We're gonna go back into the holes. We don't like your new city that you're building up here.
I forgot that he almost commits suicide.
Oh.
Razio.
Why? I don't remember this.
I'm trying to remember. It looks like it's right before the anti-spiral fight.
Huh. I'm assuming Simone saves him or some shit.
I think it's maybe that he shows up.
Is he even in the final like fight? Because I remember most of the people that are on that ship for the final fight, but I don't remember if he's on there.
He's on the big ship.
Huh. Spiral King's sacrifice was metal. It's like, yeah. I like how he's just ahead for like the last little bit.
Yeah.
Was it he couldn't get a new body, or is it like he didn't want to? Because he was pretty damn powerful, if I remember right.
Oh, he was going to kill himself because it was like a week after the human extermination system had stopped. He had gone back to his village, and he was going to kill himself to atone for his mistakes.
Jesus.
But actually, Kinon found the message, and Simone rushed and stopped him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what a bad character.
Oh, Kinon, I think, is the girl that is with him.
Still,
Wait, Gurren Lagann appeared in a rift created by teleporting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when they go to save it was like Gurren Lagann appeared in a rift created by teleporting. Razio attempted to fire but hesitated when he heard her voice. This allowed Simone to punch him, giving him the words of encouragement Kamina once gave him. And he snaps out of his depression.
Nothing better than a punch and a motivational speech to get you right out of that depression. I mean, that literally happens to Simone. It actually happens to Simone twice, I think.
And then after that, he ends up being the priest for Simone and Nina's wedding, and then he still ends up being commander-in-chief.
Huh.
Well, Simone didn't take it back, so...
No backsies.
He just wandered the world opening coconuts with drills. What a legacy.
You saved the world. All right, go open up some coconuts and fucking, I don't know, do something.
Oh god. Simone's ending is so just like not anticlimactic, but just like it's so depressing.
It's a very bittersweet thing, and I feel like it's a good ending overall. I personally don't know how I would improve upon it.
Yeah, like I may not fully like it, but I have no clue on how you would make it better.
Because like if she survives and like she didn't deteriorate and he just got married, I'd be like, all right, that's just a happy ending. Like,
yeah.
But if I don't know, like I like the fact that she goes away. It's a really sad and depressing thing for him and everyone else. But I also love how Yoko's wearing a suit at the wedding. I just thought it was like a funny little tidbit that he threw in. Was Gurren Lagann ever a manga, or was it just strictly an anime?
It's strictly anime. It's original.
Nice. I can only imagine if that shit was a manga. Those panels would be so elaborate.
It would be like when the Giga Drill break happens, like it's a fold out like poster that you have to open to look at the whole thing.
They just have constant 7-page beatdowns, but it's just Giga Drill breakers.
Oh, they should have a Giga Drill break where it works like those like Captain Underpants things where you like flip the page back and forth to get like the impact.
Oh man, I forgot about those. It's fucking nice reference there, Zach.
So I forgot then the epilogue, which, crazy enough takes place 20 years later. When Simone is talking to the kid about, opening up the coconuts, he has a spiral pattern in his left eye.
The kid or Simone?
Simone.
Huh.
Because it's like when he reveals his face, it's like you see him with an elderly face and a spiral pattern revealed on the left eye.
He's not that old, though, is the problem. It's only 20 years, he'd be like, what, 30, 40 something?
Be like 40 something.
That's not that old. My dad's that old.
He's talking about how all the stars are all of our spiral cousins that they have to go visit.
But now he's just going to be opening up fucking coconuts.
Yeah, I do find Simone's, like, I know we already talked about it, but Simone's ending is kind of weird, because, like, the end of the first half, he becomes a hero and is, like, the leader of the humans, but in the at the end, the second half, he's just, like, he saved the world once again, but now he's, like, a fallen hero, and he just kind of wanders, like, the world as, like, a hermit.
So, two interesting points. So, with the reveal of older Simone, he is revealed to be the narrator that's been, narrating the series the whole time because they have the same voice.
Oh.
Apparently, there's also a second movie which shows him in that time after he left Team Daiguren, and it's just him helping people around the world as a reward. And as a reward, he asked them to make flowers grow to fulfill Nia's dream while wearing her wedding ring as a necklace.
Huh. It's kind of nice.
There was a second movie.
I did not know that there was a second movie.
I didn't know that there was a first movie.
I knew about it. I never saw it though.
It's just a recap movie. It's not like a original movie.
The second one or the first one?
Both. The first half, second half. A lot of animes do that, where the movies are just recap movies. So it's like, if you want to watch Gurren Lagann and you don't have the commitment to watch like 24, 25 episodes, 2 movies.
We might have to do that at some point then. Just binge watch those together. But I feel like a light novel or some kind of continuation from this story. I guess the movie does do that, but something else kind of expanding upon that universe might be cool. Because like the story just kind of ends, and it's. I
don't know. I'm torn on that. Because I feel like it's one of those that it's good to have an ending. It has a finite point. And I don't know if I truly want more to it, if that makes sense.
So I guess the way that I would want Gurren Lagann to end, not continue, just to straight up end though, have Simone, like, you know, wandering the world and all that stuff, have that stay the same, but before it does, have him pass the torch on to somebody else. Because, like, you know, I feel like that'd be a good... it'd be a good example of, like, you know, how Kamina gave him the hopes and how he's going to give it to somebody else so they can continue passing it along through the world.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, yeah. I mean that would definitely be like rewriting a lot of the story, but I definitely think they should have done that. It could have easily been like, I mean, they could have added someone new, or it could have been Ravio or the girl.
Yeah,
be one of those two, because, like, you know, they saved them.
Yeah, he should have, you know, passed the torch, even like maybe the quote unquote keys to the city kind of thing, to somebody else, you know.
Yeah, because Simone essentially became Kamina, like, through and through, but Simone doesn't have his own Simone,
and I feel like he needs one, you know. And if, like, let's say his wife survived, maybe he had a kid and he passed that on to his kid, or even that. I mean, even though that's a bit heavy-handed in my opinion, it would have been cooler if he just, you know, met somebody. But that is, you know, either writing in an entirely new character and all that other shit, or something along those lines.
I just realized something interesting. I was reading back through characters and the voice actors. I was wondering why Viral's voice actor sounded familiar. It's because it's Sam Riegel from Critical Role. Even though that's not the biggest thing he's in, but that's what I recognize him for. I was wondering why that voice sounded so familiar when I was watching it. I was like, man, I feel like I've heard this voice before, but I could never place it.
Just take some Critical Role lines and dub them over on Gurren Lagann.
I wonder who else is in this now. If Sam's in there. Which is sad because, like, a lot of them don't have a lot of overlap.
I was just thinking, you reminded me, because I was thinking about the mech, like Simone's mech, and I was thinking about how God damn it, now I'm getting even more angry, because I remember that the ending of Gurren Lagann has him piloting Kamina's mech, not his original one. So, like, you could have put somebody in his mech, and that would symbolize him being Kamina even more. Like, oh.
I thought Viral was in his mech with him.
Was he?
I thought because then they combined. Because I remember Viral being with, not Kamina, being with Simone. I think he was in the combination for Daiguren.
He might have been.
I know he was.
Well, either way, it should have been.
Because that's what starts the whole anti-spiral fight, is like those two get broken out of jail, and then they just get into Daiguren, I think.
I love the shot of his wife sitting on his lap while he's piloting the fucking mech. It's such a beautiful shot. Just like, hell yeah. That's your woman. Fucking defend your planet. Yeah. Really good show. Okay ending. And so they do. So is that Yoko's Star? Is that an official music video from Trigger?
You mean Gainax?
Or Gaimac? Yeah.
I believe so. Because I had the full title and everything at the end.
Yeah. Plus, it's all new anime. So for those of you that don't know, which you probably have seen it if you've been on the internet for like 10 years or so. Maybe even less than then, because I don't know when that comes up every now and then. But there's a music video called Stars, and it's really good and really well done, but it's just about, like, Yoko, and I can't say it's about her doing stuff, but it's just about, like, her existing in different animations of her and stuff. And it's pretty good. A little weird, but it's pretty good. I recommend listening to the song. It's definitely going to be in the description down below, along with When I'm Bored, which is what most of you have probably seen that music video from.
I have to say, as a side note, I will talk to you later about this. I've gone down a rabbit hole of this man's VA work. I have much to talk about after this now.
Interesting.
Yeah. Some things you'll be interested in. I mean, with Gurren Lagann also, I think my god, they have such an elaborate cast of characters.
Like motivational wise, or like design, or how do you mean?
Design, like just both quantity and quality in like designs and stuff. Because if you look at like let's just take the original Gurren team, which is like the one leader from the town, like obviously like Simone, Kamina, Yoko. There's the flamboyant engineer. There's the two mechanics, the one male and one female. There's the black siblings. There's then the twins. I feel like I'm missing someone.
The pig boy. I forget his name.
Well, I mean, he's just a pig.
He's the main character.
Buta or
Buta. You can't diss my boy Buta like that.
I don't even remember. There's too many side characters, and they don't do any, like they barely do anything important. So I don't remember like any of them.
Yeah, I feel like they do drop too many of them onto you all at once.
They do. Oh god, I forgot about the kids who end up becoming the newer mech pilots.
I mean, I guess it might have just been they didn't have enough time to flesh it out. Because again, gonna bring up Avatar, but like Avatar does a great example of adding new characters to the main cast, where it's like they have fleshed out these characters, they've become memorable. Now let's add another one. Not, hey, here's like 5 more characters this episode. Plus we got these 2 that just decided they wanted to join in as well. All right, bye.
I forgot that a lot of characters took the last name Littner because they were just at the Littner colony or village. I mean, because there's Yoko. There's the one older dude who was like the chief. Then the engineer takes Littner as the last name.
Huh. So wait, Yoko's last name is Littner then?
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm surprised you didn't know that, Yoko Littner.
Yeah,
I did not.
I know her more. I know her more than more of that than just Yoko. Because I always find calling her just Yoko a bit weird, so I always like to call her Yoko Littner.
Yeah, I never knew her last name. That makes a lot more sense.
I just found my Critical Role connection. Laura Bailey voices the female mechanic.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I just clicked on a random character. I was like, I feel like I recognize this character, and it's all the voice actor credit.
But yeah, a couple things to wrap it up with. I guess won't be too long of an episode because Gurren Lagann's only so long, and there's only so much you could really talk about one show. But just the giant ship design that they used to get transported around for a while. It's a little on the nose with the symbolism there, but I love it anyways.
Is it like the first one, like when they're first moving around, like when they basically get like Team Gurren together? Is it that one? Not like the thing that Gurren is like dragging behind it. No, I'm talking about the giant boat on legs. Oh, I'm trying to remember that one.
It's the thing. I think they take it from one of the generals, if I don't remember wrong.
Yeah, it's either. I think it's the female one.
The Scorpion Lady.
General. Yeah.
I think it is too, but it's just a boat that looks like it has a giant penis because it's like the legs and head are in the very back. And
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that boat.
I love because it's a little on the nose, and like how Kami is so proud of his manhood. God, and then oh man, I forgot they had a beach episode too while they were in that thing.
Oh, yeah, I also had a sauna episode.
The fucking sauna episode was great. Didn't they get attacked by like poodle people or some shit?
Something like that. They were
some kind of dog. Just Kamina and Simone just staring hard in the middle of a fight as the girl's towels drops, and then it just reveals that they were wearing swimsuits under it.
It's kind of weird to think that like Kamina was in it for so short in one of those episodes, and like there were filler in those episodes.
Oh, yeah. They were so good, though. Yeah, it's very unnecessary filler, despite how short that goddamn show is.
That's episode 6.
Yeah.
Is that
Also-
really episode 6?
Yeah.
Commodore dies like the next episode.
The title of the episode is there are just some things there are some things you just have to see, or I just have to see.
Oh
So,
my God.
Anthony, when you edit this episode, can you find that one picture, like that one like really funny picture of, I think it's like the brother of like the three sisters when he sees Yoko on the bridge of the ship like the first time in a long time.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's like
no.
he's got like that weird like mouth agape face.
His eyes. That's a good one. I like his mech design too. The big yellow one with like the spikes and shit.
You mean the giant star one?
Is it a star?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a star.
Oh, it's so cool looking. It's not like I would never want that to be like Simone's mech or anything like that, but I love him like just having that one. Fits very well. The final shot with all of the failed universes what Digurens or is it Logons?
I think it's Digurens.
The tiny ones. Is that Diguren? Yeah. Yeah, no, it is Digur. Yeah, the shot with like all the Digurens like floating in like a void, and it's the anti-spirals talking about how like, oh yeah, you've tried this 1,000 times and you failed every single one. That's such a cool moment. It's just he's like essentially being like, hey, this is all the hopelessness you have to face. And he's like, nah, I still have hope. Get fucked. So good, so good.
Oh god, I forgot that he dies.
Who?
The blonde haired dude in the star mech.
Yeah, doesn't he get crushed or some shit? It was something really brutal.
I think he gets stabbed like a shit ton of times.
Dude, that's what it was. I know it was not a graceful death. He died trying to save everyone else. And then the twins went. I like the twins mech too. They're like connected, big arm, beefy boys. Just everyone had really good mechs. Like everyone. I guess if you have a mech anime with bad looking mechs, you're not really doing your job correctly then. At any point, does Space Patrol Luluco go to the Gurren Lagann-esque thing, or is it just Kill la Kill?
No, they kind of stick to Trigger.
That's right, they wouldn't have the rights for it. Damn, that would have been cool.
Yeah, they don't really touch much Gynax.
Oh, I forget. He doesn't get stabbed to death. He explodes because he mixes. He does his own Giga Drill Break because he unlocks his spiral power to kill the death spiral machine. But the ensuing explosion also kills him, and his remark is just, "Man, the spiral power is really something."
Really sad death. Also, for some reason, he liked Yoko like everyone else did, and she didn't end up getting together with anybody.
Yeah.
Which
Well, I mean, when your track record is the two people that you really liked dying after you kissed them. Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that they didn't just like pair her up with somebody, and that she is kind of alone for the end of that, which is a really sad ending, but I feel like it works for her character especially.
Yeah, a lot of people end up alone at the end in the epilogue.
Yeah.
Simone, Yoko, a lot of people are dead. Like almost the entirety of the original Daiguren team. At least all the fighters are dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now that one mechanic lady has to have 2 kids and explain to her how her husband died.
Don't worry, your dad died super sick. He saved the entire universe.
Also, all of his friends,
Yeah.
except for like 2.
Most of them, not,
There's like the other 5.
Alright, well.
Hang on, I found think I found the picture. Let's see if I can get this thing into the group chat.
Does anyone remember the OP?
Not at all.
Or no, sorry, the EP. I remember it was good. I like the animation because it was very simple. Because it was reverse or like inverted because it was just black with white outlines. It was just like Simone and the pig thing walking.
Oh, man, real quick, we gotta talk about the fucking eye catches. I've never seen a show have better eye catches than goddamn.
Yeah,
Lagann.
when all your eye catches are like wallpaper worthy.
When there's a playlist called All Gurren Lagann Eye Catches on YouTube, you know that you've done something right.
Yeah.
My favorite is that the eye catches are accompanied with the Roro fight the pack.
Yeah, and they're in just like such a drastic, like an almost drastically different style.
Oh,
There's the picture.
he's beauty, he's grace. Got his cheekbones. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you guys want to say about Gurren Lagann? Or you think that'd be a good place to wrap it up? Watch it, please. Go watch the movies if you can't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Believe in the us that believes in you.
Because that's how team variety rolls.
Are we now stealing Pokemon?
Team Variety's blasting off again.
What's your whole shtick? All of our Pokemon are random. We have no consistency. Oh. Go Onix. Go Charmander. What the? Okay, that's weird.
But I mean that is a Gurren Lagann thing though. It's how Team Die Gurren rolls. Team Die Gurren rolls.
We're a team variety.
Yeah.
Team Spice.
Our
Can we get
mech
mech
will
spice?
slice through the heavens.
It's just a knife for cutting cakes.
Yeah. God. Our mech is always a different color and art style every time it appears on screen. It's never consistent. God. All right. Anyways.
Yeah. Odd tangent.
What'd you say?
It's an odd ending tangent. That
Yeah.
was.
You know, that's us. Not consistent, but we're well. No, we might not be good, but we're consistent.
The name of the mech is Christmas Cake.
It's just piloted by just Christmas cakes. Yeah. There you go. You got nothing better to do. Your ovaries are dried up.
No, they're gonna.
They're gonna try. If you don't save this universe, man, you might never have kids. That's all I'm saying. Just the spiral like grows bigger.
Oh boy.
What have we got down?
So this is the end of the Gurren Lagann episode, huh?
Christmas cake mecca. Oh, fucking Christ! All right, thank you for joining us. You can find links to everything in the link dump down below, along with other social medias and Twitters if you feel like following us. As always, we post twice a month, and occasionally we'll have a special episode, so be sure to stick around for that. Next week, be sure to join us for we'll be talking about Keijo. That'll be fun. That's going to be our most clicked on episode, I will tell you that much right now.
Here's looking at you, Pornhub.
Probably won't.
No, just for the thumbnail alone, not for just people knowing what the hell that is. Alright, have a good day, everyone.
Our variety will slice through the podcasting universe.
Bet on it.
I will end you.
Bet on Team Die Gurren.